follows me everywhere. It's great, right? It's lovely. I love it. So, today's video is 101 on binding. So, what I mean by that is, who do you go for to get your binders? What are the benefits of binding? What are the cons of binding? That kind of thing. So, I want to talk about two big brands that most people know, GC2B and Underworks. Now, I know there's Spectrum binders, there's Flavnt, bareskin binders, I think. There's a few different brands of binders that you can get. Now, I know a lot of people that start transitioning very early on, if you're not like part of the internet, you know, you haven't really YouTubed a lot, you will probably end up buying a cheap one off of eBay. Do not recommend, okay? Like eBay, Amazon, do not buy the cheap ones that say tomboy, lesbian, cosplay on them. They are not the ones you want. They're not made to bind you the way a proper binder is made. So those ones can be dangerous, or they can be just not very good at binding at all. So let's go over the two brands. Right now I'm wearing a GC2B binder. They're more comfortable than Underworks. The plus for GC2B is the softness of the material, how comfortable they are to wear for a long period of time. Underworks, on the other hand, are quite a rigid material, but they bind better. Personally, they bind better for me. I haven't brought an Underworks binder in a long time because, as a con of Underworks, is they're expensive. They're not cheap binders. I mean, GC2B isn't cheap either, but the quality and all in all of it being more comfortable is why I brought GC2B lately. And I have it in practically every colour you can ask for, that you need anyway. I don't have like the green or the olive as it's called, or the navy blue or like the pride ones. But I've had the white GC2B binder, I've got the tan one, I've got the grey one, and I've got the black one. Because I've been on T now for a year and 2 months, in that time, I have grown out of binders. So currently, the only ones I can actually fit in are my black and my tan ones. So like skin colour basically. So I want to show you the binders themselves. Go over what I can tell you about GC2B by showing you the actual binders. I don't have any of my Underworks ones left. I used them very well and they do not bind anymore and I had to throw them away. So let me show you the GC2B ones now. This is the skin coloured one. These have just been washed as well. So I'll go over how you wash them and stuff at the end. But for now, I will show you what they look like. Look like this, okay? So these are the binders. This is a size small, I believe. I can't even remember what binder size I'm. Yeah, this is a small. So all my other ones used to be extra small. Just purely because they didn't bind if they weren't extra small. Now, it's all about your chest measurements. Do measure your chest. There is a sizing guide on every website for binders. If they do not have a sizing guide, it's probably a good idea to get off that website because clearly don't know what they're talking about and they're not made for trans people. The best thing about these is the stretch in this. The reason it's so comfortable is because of how stretchy they are. It is a plus, and it's also like good for how comfortable it is, but it is a con at the same time. Because of all the elastic in it, eventually the elastic starts to wear away. And when it wears away, it stops binding as well. Now, the binding part of a binder is this bit on the inside. This bit right here. This is like, this panel at the front here, this is what binds you. Now, as you can see on this one, it actually has a rip on the side. This is a new binder that I got from GC2B in November time from the Black Friday sales because they had, I think, 20% off, which was a really, really, really good time to get it. Obviously, they got delayed on shipments because there were so many people buying them, but it was a good time to get a binder. 20% off, you can't go wrong, you know? But they sent me this one, and this one here had a rip in it after me binding with it for a day. So I sent them a message and I said, look, I generally love your binders. I buy a lot of them, but this quality just doesn't live up to the other ones I've had. Now, I can't use this as a binder to go outside in because what happens here is because it's on the front bit, this is no longer attached to the seam. So it just comes across like this, and as you can see, it stretches. The front bit stretches, and then like a pocket of fat and all this stuff here goes into this little pocket, and it just looks really weird when you're binding with it. So this one is like one that I can wear around the house that I don't have to worry about, not like I'm going outside anytime soon. I don't wear it often because purely I wear a binder every day, even if I'm in my house, because I am too dysphoric about my chest to not wear a binder in the day. So this is like one that I can wear and it be chill. This is my grey one. This has been loved, okay? And like I was saying, the elasticity of things is just completely gone in it. You can see it at the back. If you if it was up to the light and I could show you a bit better, but all the elasticity is gone here. And it's all gone sheer. Now, this happened by being at work after I just started tea. Now, my back stretched out completely. As you would know from my updates on here, I've gone from an extra small in clothing to a medium now. And in that time, a lot has changed. So your binder's going through hell with you. But I do like the grey because you can wear it under a lot of different t-shirts and it kind of just blends in. Same as the tan. The tan's really good if you're going to wear a white t-shirt. Do not recommend a white binder under a white t-shirt. That is something I do not recommend at all. It highlights it more that you're wearing something else underneath. I know cis men wear like vests underneath their t-shirts sometimes. I wouldn't recommend it purely because of it showing up, and a lot of people can see that, and it's just, if you've not got a full length binder, they're going to see where it cuts off, and now it's going to look like a sports bra or something. So not a lot of people know what a binder is. Not a lot of people know that trans people wear them. To them, it just kind of looks like a sports bra. So just a heads up, I would not recommend white under a white t-shirt. But a tan under a white t-shirt, sure, because it's actually a lot better and it blends in a bit more. They offer you plenty of shades on GC2B for skin tone. There's some that are missing, and that is something they should probably rectify at some point. It's whether they can get the material or not for that. So I understand why it's a bit difficult to get every skin colour, and everyone's skin colour is very different. So GC2B, that's what I have to say about them. Their pricing, I will put on the screen here. You've got to put into, you've got to think about delivery costs. So if you are in the UK, use the EU store. Do not use the US store, or you will be charged more for delivery. And also, most of the time, you will be charged for customs. I've been stung by this before. Sometimes you have to pay the customs, but a majority of the time, you will have to pay the customs. So try to avoid getting from the US store. I know the US store offers other things that the EU store doesn't, but I promise you, to save you money, go to the EU store. I'll put a link to that below. Now, Underworks. Underworks is so good for a binder company because it's actually made by medical professionals. Shapewear. That is their thing. So they have like post-op binders and all that kind of stuff. So if you do need a post-op binder, that is an option for you to use Underworks for that. But they do some epic binders on there. Like the tri-top is what I always buy. Add a full-length one, but they ride up, which is uncomfortable. And you have to keep pulling them down, and that's why I don't get a full-length one, because I have a big stomach. So I'm a big guy, and it's not for me. It's not something I can wear as a full tank. So that's why I don't buy that. In general, Underworks is the best binder for me, personally. Might be different for other people. Of course, the sun's got in, so my lighting's going to change completely. Yes, I find that Underworks is good. The quality of it is very good. I've never had any problems with it. You just need to make sure you don't get the eco ones, because they ain't proper binders. They don't bind a lot. They're more like, they're good for the summer months, where your binder's a bit too hot and you get all sweaty and stuff. They're really good to be breathable. Same as GC2B is very breathable as well. That's another fact that you need to consider. Underworks isn't that breathable, whereas GC2B is. But the problem I find with Underworks is the shipping. It's so expensive. The binders are expensive. The shipping's expensive. I know you can find them on Amazon, but they're always sold out in like a medium. Or like, luckily for me, I do wear a small. But there's always specific sizes they're sold out in. And I find it very hard because I've ordered them off of Amazon before, and they're not always in stock, and then sometimes I have a problem. It happened twice to me where I've ordered the Underworks binders, the tri-top one off there, and it's just not turned up. So it's hit or miss whether it will turn up, and I don't get why that is. Yeah, that's my opinion on the two binder companies. I buy GC2B now purely because of price, the efficiency of having it very quickly. You can order it and it can turn up within a couple of days of you ordering it. Underworks, if you buy from the actual website itself, which I'll put a link to below, they are expensive for delivery. They do offer express delivery, but obviously that's a little bit more expensive, but it does turn up very quick. It took like 2 days after I ordered it from Underworks to come all the way from America to get to here, which is really weird because Underworks is also an American company, just a heads up. I guess they have some in the UK, which is why you can get them on Amazon. But why are we zooming out? That's more like it. I don't want my body to be shown right now, and I can't be bothered to sit down. GC2B works better for me currently, for pricing, for delivery, for just the cost effectiveness of them, and they're comfortable for what I need them for. Underworks is really good for binding if you want a really, really flat chest. I found it's the best, and it's got me the flattest rather than GC2B. GC2B kind of feels a bit less compressing, compared to an Underworks binder, but that could just be the size I'm in. Like, I've had an extra small, but I can't fit an extra small anymore. But the small just doesn't bind as well for me personally. And I do find the sizes vary in different colours, because I've got 3 of the tan ones. They're all the same. The grey was completely too big, and the black I have on right now is tight. So this is why I'm wearing it. But the plus side is it's not really showing under my t-shirt. The only problem with them is sometimes you can see them from the back. But if you wear like a black t-shirt, you don't have to worry about that. So I would recommend wearing black anyway, because black is slimming. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. And I hope this helped you out and decide, what you wanted in a binder. If you have any more questions about binders, let me know. If you have a company you want me to check out, let me know, because I haven't had top surgery yet, so I do want to try out different binders. I am looking at getting maybe a Spectrum binder, but I do see a lot that there's a struggle with getting them at the moment, so maybe I'll hold off for a little while. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.